welcome to my newest live stream. I'm running behind schedule today. Oh my. As you know, I have tried the one meal a day before. I like it, although, and yes, I'm going to try it again. I didn't know exactly what it was called all the times. I'm going to try the OMAD. The only thing I have difficulty is I like supplements. I have to take a biotin supplement once in a while. But I like having 1 hour to eat, alleged 1 hour. Sometimes I take longer, although I can get better and better at it. And I like that. And then I could start off I could have like a 4-course meal. I could have my nut. I could have a salad. I could have soup. I could have whatever. And I like to do it later in the day because that's when I'm hungriest. And since I'm retired most of the time, I am semi-retired. Most everything I've ever did lately is digital, internet, Wi-Fi, social media, virtuals. And I missed my meeting this morning. I'm in lots of pain. My right hand and my toe was bothering me. My right foot. And as I didn't have a pain reliever, and I overslept. I swallowed, I took out of the container. I swallowed 1 dose of biotin yesterday. That helped me lots. On my community post page, there are 2 new polls about OMAD and me. And please go there and vote yes or no or maybe or OMAD. That helps better and greater my social media, my internet, my virtuals, my life, my digital lifestyle, my semi-retired life living. I tried OMAD before fasting, but I didn't do it as well. And since I'm home, the days I'm home, I think I should do it oftener. Like today, begin my beverages, and then get my biggest. My mom doesn't have to do it. She can have sandwiches and muffins, do whatever, and then join me for my 1 meal a day. Today, my 1 day a meal might consist of a veggie patty cooked, some raw cucumber, raw radish, uh, cooked potato, some tiramisu. I'm gonna have that serving. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna eat. I'm craving rice too. The potato might be in the veggie pie, so I may not have any potato. I'll have it over some rice or with some, get some soy sauce, some rice, some chicken radish. I'm not doing OMAD because I want to lose weight. It's just because, and it's not because I cannot afford good foods. It's just because. And I think it will help my recuperating and recovery. Since I've had a headache for 2 or 3 days now, since the other people next door created noise disturbances and annoyances, I'm gonna try it again. And my only pet peeve is because I'm recuperating. Normally, protein shakes were not allowed, and normally coffees were not allowed with dairies, condiments of any kind. Uh, and diet. Well, I don't drink diet. I drink. Well, I try not to. I do drink some zero, mini cans, many things zero. I'm not supposed to. That could be my temporary electrolytes until I get the other stuff. I like doing that because when I'm having a social, if they have any, I can have. Yeah, let's go to my kitchen and have my first OMAD beverage. Oh, I might have some more. My first OMAD beverage is water, then I'm gonna have a hot tea. I'll get my moment tea too. I'll maybe have my first meal today, beginning at 4 p.m. I get to eat a whole hour of food. 60 minutes, including that one serving of tiramisu. And my omelet, of course, is going to include a raw apple. That veggie pie cooked patty thing. Cup of cooked rice. That also will help balance out ferritin, iron ferritin levels because I was diagnosed before, and I think that was because I was recuperating, recovering, and I think during that recovering, either test results were somebody else's or I did have my iron ferritin levels spiked. And I believe too that some other people witnessed that I was athletic and I was pouring myself swallowed by it and maybe misunderstood. And I was eating some protein bars Um, they misunderstood that I was one of those that swallowed lots of other stuff like those powders and stuff, and I never did. The only thing I sometimes swallowed was a protein shake and supplements. I didn't do much of anything, and I ate very little. I never ate lots of foods. I don't know where it all came from. Other than I was swallowing some electrolytes juices. And also, I think and not that I blame animals, I don't really, but my cat was was sick and had some issues, and I think some of that animal protein got in me. I have vomit, urine, diarrhea, and bleeding, especially the bleeding. I reported it to my doctor more than twice, veterinarian, veterinarians, and during that cat lifetime, that's when my iron ferritin levels were high. And I'd do it again. I'd save another one. I wouldn't give it any thought, hesitation. I'd like, I'd love to test that. I'm not the best and I'm not the worst. Although, and anyone and everyone that harmed animals, did cruelties to what it were animals. They're awful people. They should be judiciary punished and exposed and expelled from society, literally. Have next to nothing. My animals, my botany, my pets, my fur babies, were everything to me. My life was always around my family, including myself, and nobody else. And anyone and everyone that tried, showed, and told otherwise, they all lied and did it themselves instead. All those other people are obsessive, compulsive, delusional, autistic, inclined. They're as already. They're not going to get any better. They're not going to get any worse. It's as though they saw and heard a mental health um, affiliated with my family, including myself, names. And while they were, as I mentioned earlier, autistic and or obsessive compulsive and delusional, although the word autism really is with all them, that we were dead because of those mental health words and my family, including myself, names. We were not. They continued stalking us off and on and off the internet, my community post pages, and all other times with and or without they had somebody helping them. And other residents too, and their visitors and staff, such as corporation condo. None of their business. All they're doing is depreciating property values when other people find out about it. The sellers and maybe future buyers. That should not, cannot, could not be, that must not, need not, allowed by, from one and more those other people. Here, there, elsewhere, everywhere, all elsewhere, everywhere. Common areas and all front door handles. I don't want influenza type A ever again. It has not fully left me. And I could have got from anybody else touched common areas, parking, and my front door, and elsewhere. Here. That's disgusting. I had a good time out last night. I really, really did. I know my mother was grumpy. What else is new? My mother was a bit grumpy. And on my app, it showed it was 26 outside when we got out. Elsewhere, there was a weather thing, and it showed 16, and I was like, that's not, somebody's app or technology isn't correct. I was quite comfortable, temperature-wise. And I really, truly, all historical, all geographical, all financial, and all in any new internet, Wi-Fi's, and all other times, and social media, virtuals. Other residents that obsessed all about all too and all about us. Well, as I said, they were obsessive compulsive, delusional, autistic, allegedly, most definitely obsessed. and they looked and sounded delusional. Color is yellow. All other times. And where we lived before, I used to spend hours on my balcony. And other people, you know, window coverings, etc., appliances, etc., purchased, and my family, including myself, names with and without one and more of those stores, companies, businesses went out of business already. All should, can, could, may, must, and need, all reacted, reacts, and all show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all happened as, all historical, all geographical, all financial, and all and any new, all who, all what, all where, all when, all why, and how. All that one name, one word, Bellis, Bellis. And where all that stuff are now, art. And there's two photos of my community on my community post. All why, all names, all who, all what, all where, all when, all why, and all how. All who, all names, one and more other people were to, at, on, in, out, from, and by. Here, there, all elsewhere, everywhere, with and without us. And without us. Such as Mississauga Senior Citizen Center, 1389 Cawthron Road, and Square One Older Adult Center on City Center Drive, and Absolute Avenue, and Active Adult Center of Mississauga on Burnthorpe Road East, with Suite 116, 377 Burnthorpe Road East, and all elsewhere, including 411 Burnthorpe Road West. All happened. And all evidence. And all the evidence, all securities cameras, all securities cameras, all witnessed, all before, all during, all later, and since, all happened as. I strongly believe, and I'm not going to change my mind, all those other people and all media and all public and all published, the ones that did not sections 2A and 2B and did not give us all boundaries and all safety and all privacy and all confidentiality, outside on all common areas and parking, all those common areas and all directories, all lobbies and all parking, all during, all before, and all since, and are they continuing obsessed, compulsive, and or delusional, obviously stalking us, and more harassments and bullying by and from them. Their privacy changed because they did it on securities cameras out in common areas, parking, directories, lobbies, and parking. And where they elsewhere, as I mentioned, those 3 centers and elsewhere, um, public. Mind you, sometimes, well, it's not my fault. It won't be me. I'm not talking about my live streaming or anything else I'm doing. I'm talking about police, other judiciary punishments, and news media, and other stuff published, and security guards, all that, you know. Other people should, can, could, may, must, and need. All should, can, could, may, must, and need. All react, reacted, and reacts. All react, all reacted, all reacts, and all show tell, all showed and told, and all shows and tells. All happened as without uh, especially the animals, you know, whether it's squirrel, a raccoon, anybody, you know, the animals should never be harmed. They should never be hurt. And all botany, all animals, all botany, all animals and all botany and all pets, all fur babies, honestly. With me, I want to do my garden today. That's why I'm actually considering I'm going to do my OMAD. And I would be able to do some gardening. I'm going to have another hot beverage. So stay with me today. You might see a 3-minute video of that. My newest reaction series, OMAD. Me. I'm not weigh myself before I do much of anything. Let's document it. Would I weigh now and then do OMAD for like 2 weeks at least? Oh, that machine is fun today too. Allegedly, water didn't come from here. They're banging on some pipes or something the other day. Doing some repairs, I suppose, emergency. It wasn't from here, the water. Actually. Those other residents have been troublemakers the whole time they were there and before elsewhere. All elsewhere. That's all they ever did was autism as symptoms and behaviors such as obsessive compulsive and delusional psychosis. All about, all to it, all about us. And before we were here, themselves off and on and off the internet. And when they go, we don't have to leave because they can go. Other residents can leave at any time and never return. And hopefully the next ones are lots better, lots greater, and do all boundaries and all safety and all privacy and all confidentiality. More than the ones now. And all about, all to, and all about us. Here, there, all elsewhere, everywhere, including all common areas, and all parking, and all directories, lobby, and parking. And any and all times, one and more of those other people delusioned themselves that any and all times we mentioned anything gives and gave them our consents, our permissions. As I said before, they lied. That's them all put out there, all media and all published and all public, and all real estate is misinformation instead of us, instead of me. I hope the water damage is not severe. That machine is on more today. We hope the maintenances and repairs found out what the causes were and fixed them, repaired them. And that the residents there get those bills paid themselves and stop harassing and bullying us and stalking us for anything, everything. And my mom has been obsessed lately herself. She went to one of her safety deposit, what was our safety deposit boxes, and then my mom changed that and has been obsessing with some jewelry that she believed is hers from my father, her wedding ring and her engagement ring, and it's been more than 40 years now, and I couldn't believe when she did that. She won't take them off and put them aside and put them, have another box and keep it more private and confidential and just. And the stuff that was there before was not there, and I wonder if my mother took any of it. I don't know where it is. Because when I was there, I saw some signatures from my mom. Lots. So I know she's been in there. And I did not give my mom my permission and my consents to did that. And joint, and when it was joint, my signature should have been there too, and there's nothing. I don't know what the staff are playing at there, honestly. And we had banking in the city, and the bank manager, one branch, refused to work for us anymore. They were allegedly Indians, allegedly East Indians, whatever. And I wanted a new bank advisor given to us, one that could understand us more and do what we wanted more. And they didn't like that because we appeared Caucasian and we are Canadians, and she, they just didn't want, and they tried to, alleged, blacklisted us, that we were told that not any of those branches elsewhere, including this city, would ever work for us again. Yeah, we have money in there, we have banking. They can't do that. And I'm going to complain again to head office that somebody in those branches, that branch, should, can, could, may, must, and need do more. And the ones that did not should, can, could, may, must, and need fired. And I don't care their races, creeds, and religions. Any and all of them. They're replaceable. It's work related. And any and all personal. I mean, it's allegedly the World Wide Web. That doesn't mean the whole world has internet and Wi-Fi's. And accesses to all customers' data, digital, etc. And the two words I'm going to mention, and it's not because I'm a shit disturber or anything, Rihal and OMAD. Those are the two primary names that have been causing us a lot of trouble for more than a year now. since 2021 and all other times. 2021 and all other times. They didn't want to did their jobs and their jobs titles and their jobs duties and their jobs details and their jobs descriptions. It's all out there, all witnessed, and all securities cameras on. All those securities cameras, all witnessed, and all before, and all during, and all later, and all since. All happened to us. Because they're Indians? How did they even get jobs there? There's enough Americans and Canadians that would do those jobs proficiently and professionally. And instead of them, what Canadians did they marry to get to stay in Canada? How did they stay? How did they even get? It's all amazes me, the lies that come out of other people. And that's not me being bigot, racist, discriminatory, discrimination, prejudice, and prejudice. That all happened. And all should, can, could, may, must, and need. All reacts, reacted, and reacts. React, reacted, reacts. Show and tells, shows and told, and shows and tells. All of it. All media, and all public, and all published. All evidence. And judiciary punished them. And those that didn't want to work for us, fire them. They put themselves out there in a public place. That's all public. They want privacy and safety, then don't go to work. Don't do anything. Don't even show up and get their welfare checks or enter disability checks. Just disappear. Stay home or wherever. It's very public nowadays. There's, as I said to my mom, it's very difficult nowadays to go out without someone showing up with their handheld device, such as a cell phone, recording anything, videotaping anything, photographing anything, real-time live streaming anything and anybody. I was showing and telling yesterday. See, this is why I don't like doing live streams out in public, because it's difficult to turn off the devices, especially when I have this brace on my hand and I have fractures and breaks and wounds, injuries from before, and I can't turn it on. I couldn't turn it on, and I like to do all boundaries and all safety and all privacy and all confidentiality. I never wanted anybody harmed and hurt. I really didn't. Oh. Just tried and showed and told it wasn't me. And I wanted whoever did it on camera and judiciary punished and have less than I ever will. And I should, can, could, may, must, and need all ever had, has, and have. All of us, my family, including myself, they don't deserve a penny. Not a single penny, nickel, dime, quarter, dollar, any of it. And they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, got any. And anybody. They shouldn't have had anything, and they shouldn't have had anything. They never should have got anything. Including my face. And my hairs. They shouldn't have gotten anything, they shouldn't have gotten anything, and they shouldn't have gotten anybody, and they shouldn't have gotten any money. And not any real estate. They shouldn't have gotten any real estate from us, all before, all during, all later, and all since. May 31, 2021. Honestly, I mean, I know about some monetization. I had fun doing that. I was, what was it, TikTok or something, and there was some cutesy, funny animals, pets for babies. And I was like, just a few coins here and there, nothing extreme, just a little, you know, like a coin here and there, nothing, nothing lots, just a little. Because they were so pretty. And some did give me and my animals and botany and pets for babies monetization. And maybe my mom got monetized too, I don't know. I mean, her side, I mean, instead of harassing and bullying and stalking us, all that stuff I mentioned, my mom, other people alleged they were related to us and knew us. Why didn't they just monetize us and kept quiet and kept knowing this instead of always having their hands out to God and gets? Because they didn't know how. And we had to involve security, and we had to involve the police and one and more others, such as a lawyer. Took me 10 or 11 months to recuperate it. I recovered. My healthcare team professionals witnessed the bereavement. I recovered, and it's been documented. And all allegations and accusations about my mental health on the internet, live streams, real time, community posts, videos, all that stuff, commentaries. Because that's them themselves. When somebody showed that they couldn't understood me English, they couldn't understand me English. They're illiterate when it's typed, when it's printed out there, published public. They couldn't understood it. They couldn't understand English typed. I mean, sometimes there are nowadays more typos than before, although when there isn't any and or one typo, they can't understand. They could not understand. They could not understood. And when I'm speaking English, it reminded me of going to like Tim Hortons or wherever, and the order clerk, the order taker couldn't understand English. They didn't know how to spell my name. I would spell it Avril. Now, sometimes I do get referred to as April, the V replaced with a P. That's fine. Although other times it is completely and utterly misspelled. I even replaced the V and the P with a B. And I said Avril. I did like going to Starbucks. Sometimes it is what it is. Although I liked some of the coffees and I liked their iced coffees. I don't have any ice. I've been craving it. I've had other iced coffees earlier this year and I was like, oh, somewhere has some. Oh, I want. Now it's not on the OMAD list. Beverages really and are really not. When I looked it up on the internet, I'm doing my own version of it. And as I'm going to have a small of that while waiting my dinner, my OMAD one meal today. And I'm going to have that. It's not going to be exactly as it's published on the internet. I'm just going to do my version of it. I figure I need that extra bit of calcium, and I don't do calcium supplements very well. And there's a little bit in there, or a lot, and I'm just craving it. That's sweet, especially and since I did all that low calories, not any sugar stuff. Low calories. I don't believe in that low calorie food stuff really. Although I do like rice, and I do like very well done cooked green beans, and I want to make myself a pot of that, and I want to put the rice and beans in a storage container so that I can just scoop it up whenever I want it later this week. Because it seems like fun. Because I can have a cup of rice and some of those beans on this as a side dish, my one meal a day, with whatever else I eat. First thing I'm going to eat, my 1 hour raw apple. Then I'm going to have a veggie pie and some cooked rice. And I don't know. Stay tuned. I might eat more. I know I'm not gonna. I know I'm gonna. I know I'm gonna have a dessert. Maybe I'll have another buttered bagel. I don't really think I'm gonna do that today because I want that veggie patty. And I know my one day a meal is gonna fluctuate with times because I wasn't home all the time before. I wasn't home all the time before, and S. But that 1 hour of eating, that sounds like fun. I can't wait to try it. I know some other people might be like, ew, she's eating all that in 1 hour. I'm like, yes. Excuse me, the beauty burped. My new poll, hello. Do you want I do more beauty bites? Yes or no, or maybe, or YouTube. Please vote. Let me know. Today is Wednesday. And Wednesdays I wears green. And I have some pajamas on my PJ sort of outfit. And it's without the bow. And pink, green, red, whatever the colors are, and maybe some yellow. green. I missed my meeting today. I couldn't get a ride today. I'm finishing my live stream. I have to make a phone call. And it's a busy day. And I'm not an SPF user, haven't done that in a long time. Although I find that I've got some and I've been putting it on my face before going outside. And the redness from those injuries, those wounds happened to me earlier this year outside. They seem to be fading more, and the puffiness in my face is going down too, the swelling. And the bruising is fading away. I'm hopeful. By next month, I'll be all fine. Because my mug has some green and I'm feeling very nostalgic today, I want to use that mug. Hello. Go do some indoor walk fit while waiting cold water boils hot. do you want I do more beauty bites? 100% maybe. Probably the only time I'm going to do this today because it's the longest time. Takes boiling cold water hot. Thank you, everyone voted. My newest poll. Hello, do you want I do more beauty sips? Yes or no, or maybe, or YouTube? Oh, please let me know. Another thing that bothers me too, those 3 symptoms I've mentioned before: cough, rosacea, and burning throat. When they or one and more other people lied that I was mentally ill because I worked bingo, etc. there, and I played games there. And I believe that any of my ex-co-workers and ex-employers there, the staff there, ever showed and told as, and any other members too, it's all lies. I stopped. I can stop anytime. Sure, I like to play an occasional game of bingo. Very occasional. Very, because I worked there and I worked, for about 2 years. If it wasn't for me working there, there wouldn't have been any bingo caller. Really, for quite a while. And who they replaced me of, I remember originally, they never liked her. And when they got her, they always complained she was too fast. For days on end, they complained she was too fast, they didn't want to know her very, etc. And I was like, well, there's nothing I can do about it, very. And who they brought in as the other staff, the runners and the circlers, I kept getting complaints for a very long time. They didn't like, my mother didn't like. And, but, all those travels and that wasn't because I was mentally ill. It's just because it was my careers and hobbies at the time. And my mother liked doing it. And I was my mother mandatory support. I was my mother's travel companion. I helped my mom travel, rides. And my mom couldn't do that by herself and continues unable to. she needs somebody with her that's going to be able to pick up the phone and call 911 and do first aid and if needed, because my mom fell. My mom, the falls risk. My mother, the falls risk. And us. Most of the time, when the truth does come out, everyone that was a healthcare worker that alleged and accused me, and all the other ones, they were gamblers themselves instead. And some of the comments in the chats and comment areas, I should let my mom do all that more. I'm like, absolutely not. My mom got addicted to gambling. Wanted to go twice a month and draw from there. And it was not just casinos and bingo, lotteries too. And when I reached out to help my mom, the healthcare stopped doing that. They wouldn't do it. They were like, it was always something else. It was my fault. And I'm like, it's not my fault. Anyone and everyone that blamed me, they did it themselves. And there's evidence. And all should, can, could, may, list, and me reacted and reacts. And all show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells all happened to us, and all that evidence, including all securities cameras, all witnessed. Because it wasn't me. I'm making myself a hot beverage, and I'm going to get one and take one to my mom. And I'm going to feed my mom something. I'm feeling somewhat better now. As I said, my next appointment about this, and my foot, toe. I'm not going to feel like cooking or doing anything. I'll just want a couple of days recuperating, recovering from that once more. Not forever, just 2 or 3 days. My mom, when well enough, remembers that. And that's a normality. Because when my mom goes through anything, that's a normality. She needs some time. Not lots. Some. Oh wow, you're voting. Awesome. I love the expression wake up and be awesome. I say it, I show and tell it lots. And the no votes too, awesome. Photos in my kitchen, my beautiful pussycat. Alive. And in the oxygen chamber, whatever it was called. Photo of my mom and I during Burr months. Am I wearing that headpiece? Season of the Bella Switch Afro. I should publish, well, I've already did that. I should print one of my Halloween photos and put it there. Although, I have this mug and other ones. I should get from one of, or all three, the centers, and have a simple little collage of me, the Bella Switch Afro. Put it up there. And one, which is the same as my mug, cat and I. And you know, the other residents don't like how I'm doing my balcony, tidying it up and botany. It's none of their business. When I'm finished, it's probably going to be one of the best balconies that's ever existed in this neighborhood. Might even be better and greater than their garden. I mean balcony. And I'm not going to go over the barrier and photograph videotape real time live stream. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, whether or not I like them, I'm going to go over boundaries, safety, privacy, and confidentiality, that balcony. As I mentioned, my balcony, I started it. It won't take me long once I get going. I should really do it before I get this for healthcare, because once I get this opened up there, and they do whatever they're going to do, I'm not going to be happy. I'm just going to mark hot beverage or a cold beverage and just, or room temperature beverage and just want to take a really quick let in. The elephant is sweet. Okay, probably need it. Okay. Maybe we'll be ordering pizza or something. Having delivery. 2 or 3 days. Maybe we can order pizza somewhere with the chalet and it's really good with earlier time. One of those places I asked for some avocado. Okay. Trying to figure out, should I have a herbal tea or just begin my day with a plain tea? I might have a herbal tea. I've had one of them in a while. Somebody mentioned in the commentary I should get some home help or help my mom in the house. We already did that. We're trying, you know, I really am trying to help my mom be a better, greater, healthier person than my mom has been in a very long time. Yesterday was embarrassing in the store. My mom was very misinformation and grumpy. And I know my mom couldn't see very, and I was helping my mom, although very sad. I know my mom has been accused of abusing in the past. Phone calls, mail, etc. And replied phone calls, etc. That doesn't change anything. She's just the victim, just the same. And or worse than them. Worse than them, actually. Because we never did anything. They did it all. Phone calls, etc. Yum, yum, give me some. 33% yes, 50% no, 17% maybe. Oh, before I go. I'll be back. My snack game is girl lesson. One meal a day. Yeah. Hello. I've got this. It's got some green on it. I'll use that before it gets settled. This side I don't like doing very, but although because my hand, that's just the way it is. Itchy. Where's my glasses? I should have them on. Let's have my first beauty sip today. Hot beverage. First one, beauty sip. Because of this, I usually would do some of my hygiene with. Now I do it with this. I did pretty good. I finished ranting and raving earlier. Now it's just zen. I just want to zen my morning. I should get a pen and paper and write down what I'm going to eat today during my OMAD. I can write. It's just awkward and painful. So today is June 3, 26. 1 cup of cooked rice. 1 cooked veggie patty. Cucumber. That's my one meal. That's what I'm gonna have today. Can we see the PJs, Mama? PJs. She gave us a 360, Mama. Maybe later. I'm going to stand up again. I'm just having my herbal tea, I suppose. It's a black tea. It's cherry and marigold. It's good. I like it. I don't know what else I can eat during that 1 hour. Apple, rice, veggie patty, cucumber, radish. I don't have any more lettuce. You cold or what, Mama? Not cold, no. Oh, I need to take this off. This was from yesterday when I went out. Oh. I have a robe. I haven't fully finished cleaning yet, and I have to hang to dry. I'll be wearing that all during the warmer months. And I have to laundry my other one and hang that up until maybe burr months. Can't think of anything else to eat very. Oh, Brazil nut. And not my Brazil nut shell. Brazil nut. You got them bright lights on. Haha. JK, where you from, Mama? I'm from, well, you can see it in the description area. I suppose I'm from Canada. This live stream is sort of like from Canada. You know, if even virtually, do we ever go back to the center one and more? Because I am allowed to. I am a mall walker. I do most of my meetings virtually, if and when today was one of those mornings. Oh. And any one of those other 2, 3 other people, maybe 4 or 5 of them that have been stalking us and harassing and bullying us, there, elsewhere, everywhere, there, more. That's not my fault. That's not our faults. That's the center. That's how it's mismanaged, poorly managed themselves. such as the other person, somebody else mentioned the other day, and that paranoid, aggressive, agitated, delusional, obsessed, allegedly autistic, maybe not autistic, Betty, February 25, and all other times. And that's just the way that place was. Shouldn't be, couldn't be, can't not be, may not be, must not be, and need not be, although that's how it was. And I really do. My next tea, if you want to watch somebody read, you can see me reading some pages. Book, enter books, enter novel, enter novels. With my next hot tea. And my profile photo too. I updated my stuff. Photo outside, not inside center. Because I did all boundaries and all safety, all privacy, all confidentiality, all ESA, all human rights, all Bill of Rights, and all memberships. I ever hope you are having a great day. Why do I feel like you was a wild one in your 20s? Haha. I take you out to eat, Mama. Lovely and sunny here. Got to cut the lawn. That's something I don't do anymore. Lawn mowing. I never know when I'm going to do my next live streams. It's always spontaneous. It's like a spontaneous convulsion. You just never know what it's going to be. Am I going to be ranting? Am I going to be raving? Is it going to be a rant and rave? Is it going to be something new, something old, something borrowed? Never know until you show up. I don't advertise my live streams very. Usually it's a beverage or a food. I don't, and I apologize. It's just the way it is. Was beauty sips. Beauty sip. Trying to think of anything else I can eat. Oh yeah, dessert, tiramisu. Can't forget that. I'm not listing all the beverages. I'm not going to do that. That's just, I did that before and it's just a waste of time. It was something I could do, although it took me away from a lot of my family time. and medicines too. I haven't had any today. Not yet. I only have one remaining, and my doctors did it again. They told me there would be refills. My mom and I go to the pharmacy, and I'm told there weren't any. I think that's enough food today. It's an OMAD, one Brazil nut, one raw apple in any order. Apple, Brazil nut my nutshell. 1 cup of cooked rice, 1 cooked veggie patty, some raw cucumber, 1 raw radish, and 1 serving tiramisu. It may take me an hour to eat. I eat all that. I eat all that in 1 hour. It'll be like 3-minute video, although it'll take me an hour. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. My version of OMAD today. My one meal today. Eat anything I want to in an hour. Dinner plate. Next time maybe I'll just have a whole plate of salad and a nut. One of these days I'll do that. And maybe I'll add some cucumber if there isn't any, and radish. And an apple. Just eat all that. The only thing is I'm going to need condiments. Plant-based Monday. Meatless Monday. Yeah, sounds like a plan. I might do that. Might have to have 2 plates of salad, although salad. Maybe I was going to say cut up my apple into pieces, although I cannot. Actually, everything there pretty much cannot cut. I sometimes have to use my nail when it's myself, not others. My nail and clean my radish and my cucumber. I can sort of start it with my left hand. I can do a little bit, and I want to just sort of break it off. Just use it as a chunk nowadays. I was gonna have soup. I could have my soup tomorrow. Got some tomato soup in a container that's not ever been opened. That'd be nice. My mom could have some of that. Her serving of it today. I'll have my serving whenever. Not today, although. You're lucky, LOL. I hate doing it. Lawn mowing. Previous comment. Give us the 360, Mama. Just want to check you out. Double Grace. Show some respect to the lady. Check her out. WTF. Hello, ma'am. What you up to? Having my tea. cherry marigold. And I specifically angled my camera, the position of me and my pussycat alive photo, so that it wouldn't show the barrier between me and next door. I didn't want any more problems with them, trouble from them. They were bad. And they were, oh, it's a balcony. There's no security cameras to witness. I'm like, really? They were really, they couldn't even force themselves to be kind. Always. When we did nothing bad, nothing not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, not employable. All about, all to and all about them. I was just there enjoying my balcony with my family, including myself. Scarf. 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 Getting all my donations and pledges ready. Hopefully, come the end of this year. You know, somebody should maybe every $5 and $10 I donate, they can double it. There. Family. What is it called? The starts with a D. Kitchen. I like giving to that at one of the churches I went to recent years. Something kitchen. I haven't been there this week. When it's the church service, not always after, but during, when I'm doing it from home via technology, I like to have my coffee or tea with them while being religious and doing my prayers, etc. I only do it once a week, and if I should actually do it later today, help me do my OMAD. Is it replayed? At least the last 15 minutes of it, maybe. On Facebook, whenever I go on to what I am, because some of you have asked if I'm there sometimes. I go to the Lady Fatima Shrine, one in New York, and I just, whatever they've put out there on Facebook, I go have a little nose about, and I click on a photo of that up the stairs statue Lady Fatima Shrine. Go up there and have my visit, I suppose, with Lady Fatima. I did donate some money there 2024 and or 2025, and I let them know I could not come, and all why, and all how, and all who, all those travel advisors, etc. And I asked them, because I like to give the smallest denomination that's donatable. It's just the way I am. And I was like, can you please take like at least one penny up to there? I know it's not lots, and tell Lady Fatima I apologize, I cannot come, and why, and thank her, helped me get to where I am now physically, mentally. and emotionally well-being, my recuperating, my recovering. I don't know that they took up 1 or 2 pennies and did that and gave a prayer or whatever. They didn't have to pray, they just had to tell her and show her maybe. Hopefully turn the remainder of my life living, I can make it up there one more time, at least once more. I really, really like to walk up all those stairs, climb all those stairs, get to the top, and look her right in her eyes. With or without another selfie, me and her, and just look at her. Because I like the selfie thing because I like to see the look on my face and the turnaround photo of. But I'm not there about that. I'm there to spend some quality time. I like to go there during when it's not busy. And spend some time. Penny goes a long way, you know? Pennies. Especially since my cat died. He's dead and all hell. And all who. And all what. I mean, many other people with the wounds and injuries I got and recuperating, possibly, probably not as in good shape as I am. Although, I did do my lower body earlier today. Walk fit. My face is healed. And I don't have as severe a headache as I had the other day with all those other people created during creating noises, disturbances, and annoyances. That's what my hand looks like now. April 28, 2026. Still swollen. Barely even see my knuckle today. I was hopeful that I'd be able to do that. No, I don't know. That's what I can do. Oh. I did not fall. I did fall. My doctors and I believed it was made in my heart. I have sinus bradycardia. And it's not very often above 59. It might have dropped. And it wasn't because I was diabetic, because I checked my sugar levels and I'm fine. Within the normal range. And it's not because I skipped a meal. I did eat. I had ate a sandwich and I had a beverage. Uh, you have no clue. You have no clue. You never will, I'm sure. You have no clue. I'm going to do some physiotherapy exercises when I finish my live stream. I'm not going to do it during. I can't. Didn't do self-harm, honestly. April 28th, 2026 instead. And when I'm walking outside, even today, walking indoors, I don't like anymore holding a handheld device of any kind. I don't even like holding a beverage very. Since April 28th, 2026. All right. I wish my mom could eat vegetables more than she can fruit, such as apples. You know.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Still feeling it, you know.
Yeah. And ain't for eating.
Yes, what you up to? This year is going to by so fast. Hello, how are you? Do you have a teddy bear?
So what's for eating?
I don't know. What do you want?
Whatever you got.
Okay, I'll just have a seat and I'll do that in a few minutes. I'm doing my OMAD, one meal a day today.
Oh, I put more than that.
You don't have to do it. I do.
I do.
I want to. I want to try it. See if I can make it all the way outside of 4 p.m.
Oh, God, it's
4
cold.
p.m. and 5 p.m. all the way till tomorrow, sometime or other, before I begin eating.
Oh, it's cold here. Go back to bed, I think.
Put your robe on.
Are we?
Huh?
Ain't going nowhere.
Not going in.
No, I'll go back to bed. It's cold.
Not this time.
Eh?
Not this time.